because these are some real ass conversations. What is going on in your chest, up under your chest, up under the flesh? When you start getting into the spiritual of what's really inside of you and that soul that's attached to this body, it gets very deep. I enjoy my life. I love my life. I am thankful for my life. I am grateful for my life. But a bitch is lonely. It's sad. It's been a weird morning. It's been a strange fucking morning. And I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. Hi you guys, welcome back to Mom Jeans by NUTCASE, and welcome back to another journal entry. This is journal entry number 4. Okay, I feel like I always have so many emotions when I come into these journal entries, you guys. I feel like I'm always like in my feels, and it's a bit strange. It feels weird. It feels uncomfortable, okay? Today is January 21st, and it is 10:01 a.m., you guys. And this journal entry is about loneliness. Let's just call a motherfucking spade a spade. It's about loneliness. Being alone versus being lonely. Feeling alone versus feeling lonely. It's about all of that, all of the things, okay, in regards to feeling alone or being lonely. I feel like I'm always in my emotions when I come into these journal entries. And sometimes y'all see me like looking over here, okay? That's because, first of all, my TV is on right now. I have a Roku TV. So it's like that Roku thing just keeps cycling through, and it's good for me because that's how I channel my messages, is like looking at things. I also have the stars, like those stars you get on Amazon that project the changing colors in the moon and the stars. So a lot of times I'm looking at that and it helps me channel messages. Or I'm also looking like out of my bedroom window and I channel messages, right? And sometimes I'm looking at Snowflake or Percy, which Snowflake is over there playing with something in the bathroom. Y'all tell me why they had one of my braids from when I took out my braids, and they went and dragged it under my bed and been playing with it, and now it's sitting here on my floor like, where the hell this braid come from? But I'm getting distracted, you guys. It's been a weird morning. It's been a strange fucking morning, and I'm gonna tell y'all what happened. But before we get to that, y'all be sure to subscribe. If you have not subscribed to Mom Jeans by NUTCASE, I'm gonna need for you to go on ahead and subscribe, okay? I'm gonna need for you to go on ahead and click the button. Okay, I'm gonna need for you to hit the notification bell so that you can be notified of when I post, because these are some real ass conversations. And I feel like Spirit, God, my guardian angels, archangels, my guides, my ancestors, the universe is cycling me out of the vlog type of situation because I still haven't edited that goddamn vlog. Now I'm gonna edit it and I'm gonna post it because I filmed it. And I feel like the value of me editing that vlog, because I've been taking a break for several days. The day that I said I was gonna take a break and that I was tired, what's today? Today is Friday. Yeah, so today is Friday. The day I said I was taking that break was, I think I said Tuesday. Yeah, it was Tuesday. So literally that day, I really didn't do a lot of work, but I actually did do the TikTok videos just so y'all can have a little update. And I did also try to repost those TikTok videos. onto my YouTube. I did work, okay? And I also did Friday's Pisces video. So I actually did do some work. Even though I didn't want to work, I actually did do some work. And then on Wednesday, which was day after that, maybe Wednesday, I did the Pisces videos. You know what, to be honest with you, I don't fucking know. All I know is we're on Friday, and I didn't do anything yesterday. Thursday, I know for a fact I slept for a long time. I really needed to sleep. I slept all day, and it was a lot because my son was here, he was playing, and then he got tired of me not paying him no attention. I wasn't purposefully not paying him any attention. I was asleep. I was tired. My body was literally exhausted. So I put some things on for him to watch. When those things went off and my TV started doing the sleep mode, he went to sleep too. He came up there and went to sleep right with me. So we were both sleeping, and it was a great experience. It was a bomb ass nap. That was a good nap. And I don't even think I remember having any dreams during that nap. And this is what brings me to our subject today, which is talking about loneliness, feeling alone, maybe even dabbling a little bit into living in illusions, paying attention too much to the innuendo of society, or living a fake life. Okay, that we dabbling in that shit today. Okay, because like I said, I really feel like I get into my emotions when I come in here and do these journal entries. Like it's like a therapy session, okay? And I am not a licensed therapist or a medical professional and or legal professional. So these videos are not intended for you to make any type of those decisions. Please read the disclaimers in the description box below. However, that's how it feels. When you talk about your emotions, that's how it feels when you delve deeply into what is going on in your chest, up under your chest, up under the flesh and the physical. When you start getting into the spiritual of what's really inside of you and that soul that's attached to this body, it gets very deep and it gets very emotional. So I was talking about taking a nap yesterday, and I slept a lot and I felt really rested, and then I proceeded to stay up too late yesterday night, okay? However, I don't think it was bad because I enjoyed myself, even though I know that, you know, that's something that will hinder me at times, or it's hindered me in the past. It may hinder me in the future, staying up too late, not going to bed on time. Yesterday, it was something that I needed to do. Update for my Sims game. So my Sims have officially moved into their forever home. Okay, my 2 Sims. My little girl on the Sims magically got pregnant. And I promise y'all, I'm going to get to the topic. I know I'm talking about a lot of shit, but you got to let me work up to it, because I'm telling y'all what led up to this situation, right? Because we're talking about loneliness, and I was feeling good, like feeling good, feeling great. Feeling great, feeling good. How are you? But yes, that's how I feel. Like, I was feeling good. I got a little nervous because one of my packages got delivered a little later at night, and I was like, who the fuck is this coming to my door at 8:36? No, I'm just playing. Y'all know I am goofy as hell, okay? Y'all already should know I'm goofy as hell. I did get that package. The boys were doing good. You know, they were doing good. We ain't had no problems last night, and it was a good night. Everybody was feeling nice. They took their showers. My 10-year-old came to me and was like,
Mommy, can I take a bath?
And I said, boy, you 10. You old enough to decide how you gonna wash your ass, okay? I ain't got to tell you how you finna wash your ass. Do it how you feel you should do it, okay? So he took a bath. They brushed their teeth, did whatever they had to do, got ready for school tomorrow, picked out their clothes, and then got into bed. So I kissed them goodnight. I proceeded to crack open a bottle of that that way. I proceeded to crack open a bottle of the wine that has the Z on it, that red wine. Cause I tried that, and I got one that said the Z, and I got one that said True Myth. But I've been drinking the True Myth. So I feel like you can have a glass of wine, okay? Glass of red wine a day. Now, don't go out here drinking Moscato every day. That's not healthy, I don't think. But I feel like red wine is okay every now and then, or if you have like one glass, not a full overflowing, like a glass, that's fine, right? And of course, I can do what I want to do because I'm a grown ass adult. So I did that. I cracked open the Z wine. I reluctantly ate some macaroni and cheese that I had got from Publix. And I know I shouldn't have done it, and I actually regret it this morning, but I don't regret it because it was delicious. I just gotta deal with it and understand that I can't do that all the time because I'm lactose intolerant. So now the belly is doing a whole routine, okay? But that's okay. I still was having a good night. So I was playing The Sims, my little family, okay? The girl that I have in The Sims right now, she started off going to college. She was a young adult and she went through college. She graduated college. I think she majored in psychology, but I ended up getting her a job as a lawyer. Okay, so now she's a lawyer. She literally got out of college, was living on a plot of land that had nothing on it. I had to build up a little box for her to live in. She didn't have no furniture. She didn't have no wallpaper. We were, okay, let me try to be grammatically correct. We were living like a rags to riches type of scenario. If you like The Sims, or you just look up The Sims 4 rags to riches, on YouTube, you'll see what I'm talking about. But it was kind of like that. So she worked her way up and she had her little dates. She went out on dates and things like that. And she was just living her best life. She was getting promotions. I'm telling you, she was almost to the top of the lawyer career. And tell me why. One of her college buddies, one of her friends, asked her out on a date. So I was like, okay. He called and was like, you want to go out on a date? And I clicked it and I was like, okay. So she went out on her little date. You know, they came back to the house. There was some things going on. Why when I let me tell you what happened, which was some bullshit. When I shut my game down, right, I always hit exit. It says save and exit, like which option do you want? So I saved and exited, right? They updated the game because EA puts out updates periodically to give you like new items now. They do like this new thing. So they did some type of update. I had to shut the game down. When I came back in a few days ago to play again, because this is all what happened in the past already. But when I came in a few days ago to start playing again, it was after her and her friend's date, because they were friends in college, but they never really like boom kicked it off like that. So then when he asked her on a date, I was like, okay, cool. So when I came, because they had just got done doing the do, and I saved the game because I thought she was just gonna go to sleep. Well, I came back in the game after the update and I let her go to sleep like normal. I didn't see anything wrong with the situation. The next day she woke up, I clicked on the toilet because she had to go to the bathroom really bad. And I clicked on the toilet. Why that bitch said, take a pregnancy test, $15, throw up. I'm like, bitch, are you kidding me? Because it's a specific choice that you can choose. So some of y'all watching this might be pregnant, or you might know somebody that just got pregnant, or you might know somebody that's not sure if they're pregnant, or they don't know yet, or you don't know yet, or something like that. For me to say all this, be mindful, okay? Be mindful. Or this is a situation that happened to you in the past. It's some relevance to something that I'm saying. Long story short, I'm sitting here like, what the fuck? Because I know there's an option that actually says try for a baby, and there's an option that says just woohoo, have sex, whatever. I clicked woohoo. I'm not trying to have no babies because I was trying to get my girl to the top of her career as a lawyer. But I don't know what the fuck is going on. I don't know who did that. I don't know if they did that by themselves. Listen, I don't have any not custom content, but I don't have any of like the custom content like with the cheats and things like that where you can put like risky woohoo, like MC Command Center. I don't have all of that on there. So I did, but then I took it off because then they updated the game and I hadn't played for a while and I didn't feel like going and updating it. So I don't know how the fuck this happened, but the girl ended up pregnant. Long story short, she ended up pregnant. They had the baby in her little house. He moved in. He's a chef. She's a lawyer. They're not married, but they're girlfriend and boyfriend. And they were saving up. They saved up $100,000 so they could buy their forever home, like this dream home that I downloaded off the gallery because I didn't feel like building another home because I just built her home up and I was like, fuck that shit. But they saved up all their money. They got the dream home. And last night I just moved them in and got it all situated. So it was so cute. I guess Spirit is telling me to hurry up. That was a long story, but I wanted to share that with you guys. And if some of y'all fell off, then, you know, y'all just not meant to be here. But for those of you guys who are still here, this is why I had to lead up with that. Because I told y'all I love that game. Like, I've loved that game. I've been playing Sims since Sims 1 came out. And I was at my friend Tiffany's house. Shout out to you, Tiffany, from Chicago. My girl from the YMCA. I don't know if you ever watching or know even what the fuck I'm doing. But girl, you got me put on on to The Sims all the way back then when I was like 12. She put me on to Sims 1. And then when Sims 2 came out, I'm like, I want The Sims 2. I had to be like 11 or 12 because by the time The Sims 2 was out, my mom had already passed away and I was down here in Georgia with my uncle. I've had The Sims 2, but I've been on it since The Sims 1. I had The Sims on Xbox. I skipped The Sims 3 because it was whack, but a lot of people like The Sims 3 because that's when they came in, so it's respect, but The Sims 2 is better than The Sims 3 to me. And then now we have The Sims 4. So it's something that I really like to do. But I know I've been talking a long time. And I know that you guys are like, what the fuck is the point, Casey? Okay.
What's the point, Nutcase?
The point is that I was having an awesome night. I was enjoying myself. I was having a great night. However, after I turned off the game, I was actually watching some Sims content on TV before I went to sleep. And I know it sounds like I'm a fucking fanatic. Well, let me be that, because that's what I love to do. So I'm getting ready to go to bed and I feel myself falling asleep. So I turned off whatever that content was. But sometimes I feel comfortable like leaving my TV on because that little Roku screensaver really relaxes me, like watching it. I don't know what it is. They hide little things in the screensaver and it's like, ooh, I wonder if I'm gonna see something different. I wonder if I'm going to see something different this time. My mouth is so fucked up from this retrograde, but I fell off into this sleep and I feel like I was sleeping peacefully all night. However, before I fell off into sleep, I was thinking about, what was I thinking about? I was watching this Sims creator who, I've spoke about him before. His name is James Turner, right? And his girlfriend is this other Sims creator named Deligracy, right? And this is the thing. They both enjoy what they do. They both have things in common. They found each other. And from all intensive purposes and from appearances standpoint, they appear to be really happy and they appear to be a really great couple. And I don't like to speak on other people's relationships because I don't know these people and I'm not in their bedroom. I'm not in their house. I don't live their life. However, like I've spoken about before, when you see something like I don't know if I've spoken about it on this channel or not, but I know before I have spoken about seeing inspiration in other people's relationships. So if I see someone in the grocery store with their husband or with their wife and they're just looking very in love, it gives me inspiration that I can find love, true love. When I see a family together or a father with his kids or a mother with her kids and it's like a family unit, I feel inspiration that I can find love and I can find a person who cherishes me, who protects me, who nurtures me, and that I can do the same with. And when I was going to bed, I think that's what was on my mind before I fell off to sleep, because I had a very emotional moment. Even throughout all of the rest that I had gotten that day, I was very emotional in that moment because I was thinking about how great my day was and I was thinking about how much I love The Sims and how much I love my kids and just how blessed I am that my life is what it is. I was thinking about those two creators and how they love what they do. And I was thinking about how I'm a creator and I love what I do. I love tarot. I love spirituality. I love trying to inspire people. And I was reflecting on the fact that regardless of the money, regardless of the admiration, I'm blessed. I'm blessed. Period. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. All the kind things that you guys say, because I know a lot of you are coming from my tarot channels, but a lot of the kind things that you guys say in the comments, a lot of the inspirational messages that you guys leave me, that's my reward. And if I could continue to do this for the rest of my life, I would die happy. When I think about it though, I do feel a bit lonely. And there's a difference between being alone and being lonely. I know I'm not alone, because when you're alone, that means you have no one else. You have nothing else, and I know I'm not alone, but I do feel lonely and it's sad, you know. I don't want to get on here crying again, you know, because it's a lot, but I hurt sometimes because I know I'm a good person and I know that I could make somebody really happy because I'm really happy, and it's hurtful and sad that I still haven't found that person yet. It's not me looking at other people's relationship saying, oh well, why don't I have that? When is my turn? Or how come they get to? It's not even that. It's like me looking at it and saying, damn, that's beautiful, and I just want it for myself. Child. Oh, child. I don't even have no tissue over here. It's all the way across the room and I'm not getting up. So that is the way that my mind was running last night. And the reason why I say I know that I'm not alone is because, first of all, if you say that you're alone, that's kind of ungrateful. And the reason why I say that it's ungrateful is because you're never alone. Number one, you have God. And if you don't believe in God, you have forces in the universe. The one true power, the all-encompassing, whatever you want to call it. And to say that you are alone is to say that that force or that power is irrelevant, like unimportant. I can't think of the word. It's retrograde, y'all. It's like basically shitting on that energy. And that's the energy that created all of us. So, I mean, I'm not trying to force my beliefs on anybody. So if you believe something different, that's fine. This is just what I believe. That's the first reason why I know I'm not alone. Second of all, I know I'm not alone because I can't sit here and have lost my mom and act as if I don't feel her presence at times, or my grandmother's presence, or even my grandfather who I never met. I feel their presence periodically when I get in these moments where I feel sad. Then I have my kids here with me. And besides the esoteric spiritual forces, I'm not alone because I have them. They're not there necessarily at this time to be an emotional shoulder for me to cry on or someone to lean on, but they are there to reinforce and reassure me in the fact that I have a purpose and that there is love all around me. Because even if, I don't care how many times I come on here and say I'm irritated with them, because they do shit that is irritating. And sometimes children do shit that's irritating. Sometimes children lie on to or about their parents. Sometimes children cause fucking problems and manipulate situations in their household, because I've done it. And that's just what it is. It doesn't take away from the fact that I love them tremendously and that I would give my life for any of them, for all of them. Okay. So I know I'm not alone in a situation. And then furthermore, I have the cats, which I really do love. Some of y'all have fur babies and pets and, you know, animals that hold a very sacred, loving space in your heart. Those are all elements of confirmation that you are not alone in your situation and you are not alone in your struggles. Furthermore, besides the people in my immediate home and family, I have all of you guys who are watching, who are subscribed, who watch my other channels, who leave me comments like I said earlier, who reiterate the fact that there are so many people in this world going through the same thing that I'm going through. There are so many people in this world experiencing the experiences that I have experienced, for lack of a better explanation. And I feel like you guys watching should feel the same way. You should never feel alone. He's at the door, underneath the door with the cat, child. You should never feel alone because of that simple fact that there's always someone out there who understands how you feel and is going through probably the same thing as you. And all you have to do is reach out and touch them. All you have to do is reach out and find them. So I know I'm not alone. However, being alone is different than feeling lonely. And a great deal of time, I feel lonely. Feeling as if you're alone and not differentiating between being alone and being lonely is basically acting as if the universe is irrelevant. So I just wanted to express it because it was crazy that I went to sleep feeling that way. And I cried. I cried, you guys, like how I was about to cry earlier. And I'm gonna tell you because something else happened, okay? Don't click off just yet, because I'm gonna tell you what else happened that solidified my strength in being single at this time and not living a fake life or not living a life of illusion. It solidified me in knowing that I'm making the right decisions and doing the right thing. And I guess God wants me to be on here explaining these things to you in great detail, because I feel like a lot of you guys are going through the same situations and there needs to be documentation of how this spiritual journey fucking feels, bro. If you want to see how it starts, you need to go to the NUTCASE Network, which is my original channel, and start with the NUTCASE Casey Nicole. It's actually a playlist called the NUTCASE Casey Nicole, and you're gonna see the very first video that I ever posted, or you could just scroll onto the videos tab on the NUTCASE Network and click the drop down arrow that says most recent and change it to oldest so that you could go back to the first video I posted. That's how you can see how the spiritual journey starts. okay? But I also feel like this channel is like the graduation of that, or the, you know, the child of that channel, because now I have more of an understanding of spirituality. I have more of an understanding of dark night of the soul. I have more of an understanding of spiritual awakening. I have more understanding of spiritual communication with yourself, your higher self, your ancestors, your child self, okay? Your inner child. And it's for me to help you guys understand it. So as I was going to sleep and I was feeling these feelings, I prayed and I asked God, you know, because as I was feeling these feelings, a particular person, you know, came up in my mind. And I feel like we all have that one particular person that drove us hard into a spiritual journey. If you have not yet, you might be dealing with them now, or you might not have met them yet, but there's one particular person that drives you hard into a spiritual journey. It could be your parents, it could be siblings, it could be grandparents, it could be anyone. It could be a relationship, a spouse, a boss, a coworker. It doesn't matter who it is, but there's one person who drives you like a fucking mule with bricks on their back into the spiritual journey. And this person was the person who came up on my mind because there's still like such a lack of clarity in this situation that I was feeling lonely, longing for that relationship that I deserve and that I will have, feeling a lack of cherishment upon myself from others, and trying to reconcile that within my heart. And at that very moment, I broke down in tears and I cried, and I told God that I was tired of feeling confused. I was tired of feeling as if I was losing my mind. I was tired of feeling as if I was holding on to a situation that did not value me or did not reciprocate to me what I deserve. And I cried about it because I did not want to feel those feelings anymore. I did not want to feel attached to someone who did not want to be attached to me, you know? Like, I'm not nobody's fucking fool. I believe in love, and I wholeheartedly believe in fairy tales, okay? I believe they exist. But I believe also that you have to make them. You have to create those fairy tales for yourself. It's never something that just is handed to you. And if it is handed to you, then you're very blessed and you're very lucky. Either you're very blessed and very lucky, and that's just in your destiny because you've been through a lot of shit in your past lives, or it's because you're seeing an illusion and it's not real and it's not built on a solid foundation. So for me, I believe in the fairy tale. However, I have not been afforded that fairy tale as of yet. I will, because I'm creating it for myself. And that's why I said some people have to create it. I'm one of those people. I am creating my own fairy tale because I am investing in myself. I'm putting the work forward towards myself when no one else did. And that's kind of what you have to do if you want to be successful. So as a way of investing in myself, I channeled with God. Okay, that's what they wanted me to say. I channeled with God. I powwowed, had a little powwow session, had a little, you know, meeting of the minds with my creator to talk about how I was feeling in that moment. And the way I was feeling was very lonely. The way I was feeling was very afraid. The way I was feeling was let down and left behind by love, even though I was such a strong advocate for the topic. In that moment, I understood that my time would come. And that's the message that I feel I received back from my creator, is that your time is coming. Your time is coming. What I also received was that you had to find yourself. Basically, God was telling me that I had to discover who I was, because in so many other relationships, even the one that was popping up on my mind, especially in that one, I sacrificed myself. I sacrificed my opinions. I sacrificed the way that that person made me feel to try to accommodate their feelings or their desires or their emotions. And I was doing myself a motherfucking disservice, which is something that God was talking to me like, bitch. And this is how my spirit guides talk to me. They talk to me how I talk. So don't get offended. They were like, bitch, you know you're not like that. So why did you allow that to happen? That's why it's not going on right now. That's why you can't be with this person, or you should not be with this person. Now, that could change. This is the messages I'm receiving. They're telling me that could change, but it takes two. It's not just one person. And even if you are doing everything you need to do to try to keep a situation afloat. If the other person is not doing that, then it's unstable and you're living in an illusion, okay? You're living in a fake life. And that's something that I had to realize within my own self. So in this powwow conversation with God, as I was crying, I understood why the thing on my mind did not work out, why it could not work out. Not to say that it will not work out or it did not work out in a past life, but to say that it's not meant for me at this particular moment, and that I have to come to terms with that. I have to be at peace with that. Tell me why. I was like, okay. And I just said, God, I just want to know for sure if I'm meant to be in any type of situation, a relationship with this person, or if I'm meant to be patient, or like what am I meant to do? So, you know, and I also asked, because it's not just about that person. It was more so, I was saying to God, I was like, hey God, if I want a certain thing, I have to know what it is I want. So I started saying to myself, hey God, I want somebody who's gonna appreciate me. I want somebody who's gonna nurture me. The whole time tears are flowing down my eyes. I want somebody who's going to be compassionate of me. I want somebody who's going to be a good communicator, or at least someone who takes initiative to try their best or make the best attempt to communicate. I want to be with someone who's emotionally available, or at least makes an attempt every day to grow their emotional availability, because I know nobody's going to be perfect. But I was basically saying, this is what I want: someone who's going to be there, who's going to understand me, who's going to cherish me, nurture me, who can grow with me, who can show me that they mean what they say, who's going to be somebody reliable and dependable in my life. That's what I need. And I said to God, I really want it to be this person, but I know that if it's not this person, or that I know that if they don't want to do that, then I'm good with that. Like, I'm good. I just want to be met with the person who is going to do that for me, okay? Because we all have times in our mind, like, don't come on here and bullshit with me and act like you ain't got somebody who you really want to be with, okay? That is from your past, but you know goddamn well that you really don't need to fuck around with this person, okay? Even if you just want to talk to them sometime, you know that you can't even do that, because that's going to be detrimental for your spiritual journey. That's going to be detrimental for your life even. And I came to terms at that moment, and I said, I mean, I've come to this conclusion before. However, sometimes I feel like there's certain energies that come into play, either natural or unnatural, that cause me to question myself. However, at that moment, I said, you know, that I said, you know what? It's cool, okay? It's really good, okay? It is so gravy if this person does not want to do that, okay? I'm not in the business of forcing people to do shit. I really don't want to be bothered that hard, okay? I really don't fucking want to be bothered, because I have created a life that I enjoy. I enjoy my life. I love my life. I am thankful for my life. I am grateful for my life, but a bitch is lonely. And I'm not too prideful to say it. My pussy not that big, okay, to be too big to say that I feel lonely. I'm willing and ready and desiring to fight my demons. And that's the problem that I feel like a lot of people have. That's the reason why I feel certain things that are meant to come together for the greater good of humanity are not able to come together, is because there's a lot of fucking people who are not willing or ready to deal with their shit, okay? There's a lot of people who are comfortable and completely fine living the rest of their lives in this fake, phony facade that they have created, or that society or the media has created for them. I'm not one of those people. And if you've watched this video to this moment, you're not one of those motherfucking people either. And what you're being guided to do is to stay strong and to start being courageous enough to take on head first and tackle and delve deeply into those emotions that you feel that resemble something like this. Those things that you are maybe afraid or leery or cautious of dealing with, because they're going to lead you to a place of acceptance of yourself. The way that it feels to motherfucking accept yourself is beautiful. I come on here and what I got on, my G? You get what I'm saying? Like, rap my city all motherfucking day, okay? Listen, I know my beauty. I know that, just like how y'all saw in that intro, I was doing my hair, doing my wig, okay? You see me doing my wig. I know how to put on a fucking lace front. I know how to put on lashes. I know how to do my eyebrows. I know how to do a lip. That shit is fake, okay? Listen, let's be real. That shit is fake. It's a mask created to hide what's inside or to protect even sometimes what's inside. And I'm not dogging anybody who wears makeup on their videos, because I'm probably gonna get on here looking jazzed up at one point or another and do some makeup on my videos. But when I say that you are someone who's being called to dive deep within those inner issues, I say that to say that it's gonna be something that hurts, and it's gonna be something that's hard as fuck, bro. It's hard. It's hard to look at your motherfucking self. It's hard. It's hard to look in the fucking mirror. It's hard to see what the fuck you really are on the inside. Cause that all of that shit ain't pretty. All of that shit ain't cute. It's the ugly cry, bitch. It's the ugly motherfucking cry. But you can't be afraid. You can't be afraid. You gotta do it because the world need it. The world need it. Because we dying and we don't even know we dead, bro. We don't even know we dead out here, and it's a fucking shame. And I'm so tired of seeing people just go through pain all the time. I'm so tired. I'm so tired of seeing people that just don't know who they are. And they just taking it. They taking that bullshit because they don't know who they are. Or they feel like they can't do it. Let me tell y'all something. One thing about it, it really feels like shit. And I'm not gonna sugarcoat that shit. I'm not gonna lie to you about that shit. It feels like shit to completely, totally be real with yourself. It hurts, but it's something that you have to do if you want your soul to be able to survive all of this programming and manipulation that we have going on. Ignorance is definitely bliss, because the person who lives the ignorant life is the person who doesn't have to deal with these things, and the person who is intelligent or lacks foresight or knowledge or understanding of these topics spiritually, deeply in their soul, lives a harder life. However, let's think about that vibration. Even though those people who are ignorant, and we say ignorance is bliss, even though those people seem as if their life is better and they have less consequences, they also have less joy. The people who feel more and have more consequences and have lower lows also experience higher highs. Okay, so you have to take it with a grain of salt. You have to take the good with the bad. You have to take the acceleration with the deceleration. You have to take the challenging with the rewarding. There's no way around it. And I'm just somebody, I guess, who I don't want to live no fake ass life. I don't want to be out here with fake ass bitches as my friends. I don't want to be out here dealing with a fake ass man who really don't have my motherfucking back. I don't want to lie to my kids, and I don't want to lie to myself. So in this prayer, I had all of these realizations, and lo and behold, I wake up this morning and I had a crazy dream about this person. And as I wake up, I knew exactly what was going on in the dream. It was vivid as fuck. And it was this person, and they were saying things, doing things, giving me confirmations. And then literally I had to go, and my alarm went off and woke me up. But I literally saw everything that I needed to see to make me understand that I'm not crazy. I'm not insane. I'm very much so sane. I'm very much so holding a good head, a wise head, a talented motherfucking head on my shoulders. And I have to be strong enough to understand why certain things did not transpire in my life, because it's either not time or it's not in my greatest or highest good. And with the amount of work that I've done, I can accept that. And I'm not saying that all of you are going to be able to accept any of the shit that you're dealing with right away or like this. But what I'm saying is that in order to eventually get to a point where you can do so, you have to be real with yourself. You have to be genuine and honest with yourself about how you truly feel about people, situations, memories, or experiences. And if you're not being completely and totally real with yourself, you're literally doing yourself and everyone around you and the world that you are a part of a disservice. So I don't want any of y'all to live fake lives. I don't want any of y'all to go through stress, heartbreak, trauma, but we have to deal with it in order to move past it and in order for it not to hit us so goddamn hard. It's inevitable. And I guarantee you that if you don't deal with it in this lifetime, you're gonna keep coming back, experiencing the same trauma, the same pain, and dealing with it in your other lifetimes. Because if you're here right now, you've probably done it before, okay? You've probably experienced whatever you've experienced with different people or the same people in different bodies in past lives. And that's why you're dealing with it all again, and it feels so shitty and it hurts you so deep on a level that you can't even, it's there. You know how when a star in outer space kind of like collapses into itself and it just keeps collapsing into itself? That's the pain that you feel with whatever it is that you haven't dealt with. You ain't got to tell me, I know. That's the pain that you feel. But because you haven't dealt with it, your soul keeps cycling around, collapsing into itself, dealing with the same shit over and over again. And when you begin to see that that is what's happening, then you can begin to work through it and come up with a solution. And this solution is going to actually be something that's not only going to better you, but it's going to better other people. Because then when you find that solution and you share that solution, then that's when things start to move in your life. That's when you begin to be blessed. That's when you begin to have money coming in. That's when you begin to understand what it's all for. So I know this was a long ass motherfucking video, and I know that it was a lot to unpack, and I definitely feel we are going to be talking about all of these things more. There's so much that we're going to talk about and get in depth with, okay? So y'all be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to stay tuned. Be sure to have your post notifications turned on, because it is not a game out here in these doggy dog motherfucking streets, okay? It's a lot of turbulence going on. It's a lot of swords swinging, wands flying, pinnacles being thrown, and cups being poured out, okay? It's a lot. And I want you guys to be completely and utterly prepared. I hope that this video, that this journal, that this little powwow session that we've had has helped you to understand things deeply about yourself. I hope that it's giving you the courage to successfully and assertively move through whatever trauma that you're dealing with, or at least start. And I pray that you're able to have a breakthrough to where you start to love and cherish yourself and your life more than you ever have. Because I want the world to be happy, and I intend on making that happen. So I love you guys. I thank y'all so very much. Like I said, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. And you know, just remember that you matter, and remember that what you're feeling is not common, but it's also not uncommon, and that you can get through it, okay? So I love you guys, and I will see you next time. Bye.